Alrighty. Hi there, everybody. Thanks for checking in with me today. I've been gone for a little bit. I tried doing this video before. I didn't like how it turned out, so just scratching it and kind of starting all over again. I guess some updates, or I guess a little side note. This is going to be all over the place, I think. My toddler is in here with me. My little dog is going crazy. So there might be some background noise. Okay, so we've been gone a little while. I did have my baby a little early. If you're new or if you've seen the previous videos, oh gosh. I was pregnant expecting December 20th, but she came a week early by medical inducement. So yeah, so that was a little wrench surprise in our plans. She was a week early, but I say 3 weeks because my kids usually are overdue. And so, and we just got all over being sick. So, oh, I need some water. But yeah, so I guess a little bit of update. She is 5 weeks this week. Pretty good baby, eats and sleeps. The only time you really hear her fussing is when she's hungry and she doesn't get it instantly. But yeah, other than that, and labor went good. There's a little bit of complications after. So I'm just now starting to feel normal from that. I'm taking extra prescribed medications and extra supplements to kind of help out with all of that happened or that went on. So since then, or a little bit even before then, I have not stayed on my budget or budgeting. So like I said, I tried recording 2 weeks ago, I think, the budget of the 29th of December through the 4th. But yeah, I just decided to scratch it, and it just, like, a lot of the things weren't making sense. So we are starting fresh and updated from the 12th. So this is this last Friday. Right now, as I'm recording, it is Wednesday the 17th. So yeah, we're almost done with this week. So I guess I just wanted to jump in, and I also wanted to kind of like organize myself on the channel all over again, since I did create this channel to kind of hold me accountable, because there's a lot of things going on, changes, and there's continued to be new changes. So yeah, I have this channel just to hold me accountable and actually doing the whole process of budgeting. So that's what we're going to do. We're just going to scratch it, start from new this week, and go on. So I usually like to do like month projections. And what that is I will set up my budget for like a couple months out, just to see where we're at, if there's any weeks that are that we're going to be negative. And this is just our daily bills. So like our house bills, our necessities. This doesn't include like any events or holidays or special days or anything like that. So so we are here, and let's probably mark these since they look all over the place. So we are here the 12th through the 18th. And this is what my projections look like. So I budget according to how the bills fall on the calendar. I don't do like variable or fixed expenses. Yeah, so I just kind of budget what the bills are coming out that week. And then any leftover money is usually for overages on budgeting. I mean, really debt payment, which I will get into debt. I might do a little debt confession just because I haven't really talked about that too much. If you're new, I've kind of gone over it before, but we are a family that moved to Texas from Oregon earlier, last April. So we ended up accruing some debt that we didn't account for, or just moving expenses were a little bit higher. So we did get some debt from that. And then moving into a bigger house, our bills are a little different, and we did have to buy more stuff, I guess. And so, oh yeah, so going back to the debt confession. So yeah, we did that, and then we found out we were pregnant in April. So we weren't ready for that financially or anything. With my first daughter, we really planned to have another baby, so we did save up like a year's worth of oh gosh, sorry. We did save up a year's worth of buffer, pretty much replacing my income because I didn't want to work after she was born. I did go back, I think, like 2 months after she was born, and then I was off for, I think I was off for like 8 months because I went back after her first birthday. So I was off, so that was all planned, and that was fine. But with this daughter, with our last baby, yeah, she was not in our plans, but she was in our plans. So we weren't prepared financially, so a lot of that stuff, and we moved away from family, so we didn't get to do like a big baby shower and have family like help and support. So this baby, we did have to pay everything out of pocket ourselves. And so, yeah. So right now I'm on maternity leave. I go back in a couple weeks, actually, February 12th, I believe, if I don't extend it another week. But anyways, big side story too. I will be doing a debt confession coming up. And all our debt is credit cards, which is bad, but like I said in a previous video, or maybe the video that I'm not posting, it is what it is. I know it's not ideal to put your life on credit cards, especially if you aren't able to afford it at the time, but it is what it is. It's what our current situation is, and me and my husband are both on the same page about the fact that we will probably max out a card or two, and we have the total intention to get that all down, and we expect to be out of debt hopefully by the end of this year, but more realistically it'll probably take us all of this year and some of next year, 2025. So anyways, yes, big side note, but debt confession will be coming soon if anybody is interested or curious. And we have dug ourselves out of debt before in order to buy our first home. So it's something that we've done before. We're on the same page, so we're okay. Me and my husband are on the same understanding. Okay, anyways, back to this. So the month projection, yeah, I list all of the bills out, and then I do a little side math thing here. From now till February or early March, I think, is when I get my first full paycheck. We're just accounting for my husband's income. So I do all of our bills minus my husband's income. And it leaves us, a couple $100 here and there. And with that money, I figure out what we're going to try to do with it. Obviously, first, we always wait to see if we are on track, like stay on budget. And if you're new, my two main culprits for going over budget is usually our food category and our weekend spending. Our weekend spending money, I put for just anything that we decide to do on the weekend, other than like grocery shopping or gas or something that already has a category. So if we decide to go to like Marshall's or something and we buy, that's what it comes out. If we go to Chuck E. Cheese, which we did go last weekend, it comes out of that money. So we tend to go over because if we go to dinner or lunch, all of us now, well, 5 of us, because the baby doesn't eat, obviously, but yeah, lunch is usually like 120, or dinner is like $120. If we do lunch, fast food place, it's anywhere from like $40 to $60. So we're always over budget for the weekend. Our food category is any groceries and any eating out for the 7 days of the week, usually Monday through Friday. And if there's wiggle room, I'll add stuff from the weekend in there, but there usually isn't. We're usually going over $150 there. So that can be stressful, but that's also something that we've talked about, like in depth talked about. So we are going to really be trying to do better about that. And I hope I can like document it, I guess, or like post a video about it, because just food is just crazy. And then thinking of meals and actually cooking every single day is like a lot for me. Like it's just mentally draining sometimes. And so, yeah, it is what it is. So yeah, any leftover money goes into overages. Overages, debt payments, and then we have our sinking fund categories, which right now, to be honest, have been going on credit cards because there's no real wiggle room. And if there's anything additional, then we pay it off the credit card. I'll show my whole system of making sure showing what we actually pay back off the credit card. But this is these are our sinking funds. So typically the things that we normally buy or spend on in a month. So I have a category for the girls' money. We have 2 dogs, so obviously their food, and I'd like to try to put away money for vets or extra stuff. Household items, so like any paper goods, I guess decorations, because I don't think I have a special, decorations, candles, that kind of stuff. Haircuts for my boys, so it's my husband and I have 2 teenagers. Money for myself, and that could be for anything, shopping, my massages or chiro, haircuts, anything like that. And then house and car maintenance, individual spendings for us 6 now. Oh gosh, I need to update that. But and then my goals were to get a month ahead and a date night and gifts. And these are other topics that I wanted, or other categories that I wanted to get to eventually. So like emergency fund, unbudgeted, holidays and birthdays, saving up for a trip, saving up for our new car, And then obviously more savings and retirement, because that normally comes out from our paychecks, but I know we could be doing better. So, or we want to be doing better. So a lot of these things are going on credit cards, and they've been cut down. So like we're not doing car and house maintenance. Like nothing is being saved pretty much. And yeah. So, okay. The budget routine. So I do my months ahead. So this is where we're starting. My little math here says that we should have about $451 left over. For next week, we should have 747 left over. The week after that, we should have 795 left over. And then I did go ahead and do all of February's, even though I will be going back to work this week. Yes. No. Yeah. This week. So each week looks positive. And then, like I said, I should get my first full paycheck the first week of March. So that will help out. Our mortgage isn't in here because I had saved up, or I had pulled money. What did I do? I had pulled money. My daughter and our little dog are fighting. Yeah. Okay. I had to take a little break. Anyways, what was I saying before? My mortgage isn't in my budget because we did scratch up some money that we had. And this is that little list. So we had $500 in a buffer for our buffer in our checking. We did end up we were able to save up $800 for maternity leave. We had $924 in our sinking funds categories. We have $1,000 cash in the house. And then we had, this savings money, $6,200, was just like a general savings. And then we decided to switch it over for our new car, but now it is for our mortgage. So this totaled up $8,924, and that gave us a good 3 months worth of mortgage payments. Yeah, I don't know what this 2060 is for, but yeah, so that's how we are paying the mortgage for January, February, and March. So that's why the mortgage won't be in here. Did you drink your milk? Where's your milk? So, okay, and then I want to that's the mortgage. So I wanted to go over why you won't see that in the budget. And then last week's, or this budget, we did get some holiday pay. My husband got a little holiday check for $522, and I got one for $700. So we have a little bit of extra money because of that. And then we were over $123, so that ate up whatever was left over for that week. So that week we just had estimated $118. So yeah, so that's what happened there. And so we'll get into this new week. So I literally go into all of our cards, all of our statements, and write everything, all of our transactions down from the last time we took. I didn't even write them down for this one. I just I scribbled them down, so I didn't really log it. But I usually take these from, I pick up where I left off from last week or the previous week. So our Chase account is our main banking account. Amex, these other ones are credit cards. So our Amex is a credit card that we should no longer really be using because we were able to get that down to a zero, like not have a balance on it. The only things that come out of the credit cards for sure are like specific bills. Capital One is a card that we have a balance on. And we're still using, we just haven't sorted out how to, or which cards to keep using or not. We do have a Capital One and an Amazon card that are pretty high up there. And then On Point is a card mainly that my husband uses. So those are, and then what else do we have? Oh, we have a Target credit card also. And I usually only try to spend like around 100 or 200 on that because I have it in my budget. Do I have it in this budget? I used to have it. Yeah, I have it in my budget to always do $100 payment on it. And then I also have another credit card. It's just the Chase regular credit card, but that is zero because we don't use that one. But anyways, getting away from the credit cards, this is the first time I share the On Point card, just because I want to do the debt confession and be a little bit more transparent. I typically try to be as transparent as I can, but there are some things that I don't super clearly share about. But I did talk to my husband since we do have, oh gosh, girl. Is that your milk? You spit it on the dog. Okay, trying to record when you have a toddler and a crazy dog is very difficult. So we'll have my helper here help with talking with our hands. Since we do have shared, me and my husband have always had the same bank account, and all of our checks get deposited in there, and it's pretty much just one money. It's not his, mine, your bill, my bill. So, and it's been like that since we've pretty much met. So being as transparent as I could be, obviously there's a conversation of what he feels comfortable with, and we finally had that, and it's mainly more me just being timid on what I want to share. But I really do hope that like others are in the same situation or something similar, and like we're relying on credit cards, but we have the plan and on the same page that that's going to be priority number one, to pay them off and then get on a better routine of how to use them. So yeah, he was okay. He was on board with sharing a little bit more. So here is the On Point card that we're sharing. But yeah, so a lot of changes, a lot of updates. and I hope everybody likes them and is relatable or nice, you know, to get more info on how other people are doing their budget, now that I can do or share more of my realistic you know, numbers out. The money going out, pretty much. So once I write down my expenses from all of the cards, I will see where they fit on our budget. And then I have these little trackers for our main categories of stuff. I have this one down here, which is for unbudgeted things, because I do want to start keeping track of what. Oh, girl. Grab Grogu. Get Grogu. Grogu over there. Get him. No. Yeah, get that too. Get it. Okay. Yeah, so let's just jump into it. So, let me zoom in maybe a little. We'll see how that works. But my husband's pay was regular, so he had $14.50. And then at some point I will figure out what our rollover is. Let's see. Without the holiday, well, yeah, we'll figure it out later. So our phones already came out, but I don't have that. Okay. Well, let's see. So daycare already got paid. So I put it over here. Winko was yesterday. Yesterday. Okay, and then the gas. Sorry, this is my first time really like processing what is on here. So yeah. So I'm just thinking. So this Planet Fitness, well, I'm not gonna put it as unbudgeted. This is my son's, and I just need to write it on my calendar, because he I have a teenager that he had a little part-time job because he's still in high school, but he's not working anymore, and he wanted to pay his Planet Fitness, his gym membership, but since he's not working anymore, we are. So I need to put that back on our budget. So I'll remember to do that. And this is where then I get into the credit cards. And okay, so like our pest control came out 53.04, and I like to highlight them over here. Yeah. And write down which credit card. So I know which credit card to pay back, like at a glance, I guess. It's just easier for me. Taco Bell was Monday, right? Today's the 17th. Sorry, this all helps me if I actually finish it all up. Okay. We did have Taco Bell for dinner yesterday, or the other day. 56 top of that. And then I will write what categories if it needs to be. So like, oh, I marked that off, but I didn't. Oh no, I did. Okay, food, and then that's explanatory, self-explanatory, self-explanatory. Okay, and then capital 1, I reloaded my son's account for school lunches. So as of right now, it's unbudgeted, but our previous budgets, they were budgeted. But since we were cutting down whatever, I thought this balance is okay to keep on the credit card if we need to. But I'm gonna go ahead and write it over here. Can you see? Yeah. There. Okay, so I'm gonna write it in our unbudgeted section, 4225 lunches. And this is on the capital 1. So I make little abbreviations for which card. So when I go back to make sure things got paid or whatever, I'm just easier. And I'm gonna mark it off as one check mark. To me means that's on the budget, like it's on the budget somewhere. So that's what that means. And then let's get here. So I'm gonna do this. So these couple of, let's see. So these are my husband's work expenses and they get reimbursed for that. So I'm just gonna keep track of that. So blue will be for that. We did do a Costco run. We pretty much set up the house yesterday because my husband left for a work trip yesterday evening. So he'll be gone for 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. So we really cleaned up the house and got groceries. So that was a Winco trip. That's why Costco is a little bit high. I'm just gonna put Costco over here in, I actually like to go through our receipts now and make sure, like I put them into categories if we bought clothes or food or toys or stuff like that. I put them in their own categories. So I think that's what I'll do, and we'll come back to that to put it in the correct categories, because I know not all, maybe it was all $310 was food, snacks and stuff, but I'll double check. Okay, and then we did get McDonald's yesterday morning, so $27.43 for McDonald's, and that came out of On Point. Okay, and then my husband got a haircut, which that's unbudgeted. So let's just put it over here. Oops. What are you doing, girl? Mm-hmm. And then we got, oh gosh, those two. They are love-hate relationship, my daughter and my dog. 12, okay. We did get tacos for dinner. That was on Point. A lot of stuff comes out of On Point because it's the credit card my husband is using, and we don't have duplicates of the cards, which I think is another thing that I want to do. Just so we're using the same cards. This Asia bowl I know was from last week, my husband's lunch, so I'm not going to put that on this. This $12.90 was donuts on Saturday on Point. And that's coming out of the weekend. And then we did get tires for one car and an oil change. Oops. An oil change for the other car. I'm going to put that as unbudgeted because we don't have a category for it yet. And so then I'll have to figure out how and where to move money to get that paid off, if that all makes sense. I'm just gonna put $310 for tires. And on Point, and then I'll put $110 for the oil change. Okay. Walmart on the 14th, that was probably groceries. Walmart, but let's just go ahead and put it for the weekend, under the weekend money. Weekend. And then this was a 7-Eleven trip that was just for snacks on, I thought, yeah, we did this Sunday. So $10.72. And then I'll check Costco. That is coming out of his work. And that, yeah, I'm not going to put that on budget. Okay. So far, and then I know our phones did come out. I thought I saw that somewhere. And I'm pretty sure I just, scribbled it down instead of marking it down. Let me see in my scribble pad. Oh yeah, so it was $259. $259.09. Oh, and then storage did come out also. Yep, and so now we're all up to date. Okay. And so let me zoom out a little if I know how to do that. Okay. So now, so we're still working on gas, so I won't total that up. The weekend we are over with, so we can total that up to see what we spent, which obviously is going to be over budget. So $144.60. And then this is all the On Point card, so that will all go there. Usually I will break it down if it's cash, which is my debit, or then which card, so I know just at a quick glance to, you know, to know what to pay. Okay. And then food we're still working on. Today is Wednesday, and then we're not done with the week yet, so I will leave unbudgeted. So that is kind of my process, and I know it seems like all over the place. Oh no, it seems all over the place, but I am trying to be more organized and stay on top of it. Because like I said, just there's a lot of things moving and going on that I just, I don't know, I guess it makes me feel like I have a little bit of a control, even though we're in a situation that there's not much control, because yeah, we're just getting into debt, and obviously nobody likes to be in debt, but this girl keeps getting snacks and snacks out, even though she's already had breakfast and already a breakfast snack afterwards. So I'm gonna go and deal with that. This is this week. Yeah, so I'll be staying on track with this week. The following week, yep, debt confession will be up soon. Hopefully this month in January. And just like a couple other things I am thinking of working on. So, yeah. Any comments, ideas, tips, or anything you want to share with me, definitely leave them in the comments below. I'll also, I guess, maybe maybe I'll talk about it in a different video, but we do have a plan to bring in more income, so hopefully we get to do that soon. And yeah, I mean, it is what it is. If you haven't done your budget, just start it. Just start it and go with it, and just have the understanding that, you know, you're going to be in the works of trying to fix things. Everybody starts somewhere, and yeah, we regress, we add debt, but as long as you have a plan to get out of it, or, you know, to make better choices, that's all you could really do according to whatever your situation is. So me and my assistant are going to be done for today. Hopefully I can post this up today. There's a little bit of editing I have to do. And yeah, everybody have a good week, and I will hopefully see you or post another video on Friday to close up this week and then get ready for the weekend. Okay, I will see you guys soon. Bye.